Suits remains a beloved show by many, even 6 years after the show concluded, and these 10 episodes represent those that can most be considered true masterpieces. The Suits cast of characters consists of a number of fan favorites, from lawyer hotshot Harvey Specter to lovable fraud Mike Ross, which is part of why the show proved so popular. In fact, there was even a spin-off show, Suits LA, although it was sadly cancelled after 1 season, leaving many hoping for a true Suits reboot in its place. While that remains to be seen, fans of the show can revisit these 10 episodes of Suits, which reflect the true masterpiece episodes of the show. 10. One Last Con. Donna and Harvey in Suits finale. After 9 great seasons, the Suits finale brought the show to an end, and while the conclusion may not have made everyone happy, which is, of course, not possible, it did tie up many loose ends. For one, Donna and Harvey, who had long had a will-they-won't-they relationship, ended the show married. In fact, they also revealed that they planned to move closer to Mike and Rachel, giving them an even happier ending. Louis also had a very happy ending, with the birth of his daughter Lucy, his romantic relationship with Sheila, and his position as managing partner of the newly named Lit Wheeler Williams Bennett. It's incredibly difficult to end a show that has had such a long run, especially one that is so beloved, but the Suits finale managed to give viewers a very satisfying ending without leaving too much unsettled. For that reason alone, it is among the masterpiece episodes of Suits. 9. War. Mike and Rachel in Suits standing in the filing room. Season 2, Episode 16, War, was the Season 2 finale of Suits, and it contained one of the most significant events of the show, Rachel discovering the truth about Mike not being a Harvard graduate, or a real lawyer, at all. This had been a long time coming, with Mike constantly conflicted over whether to reveal the truth to her. Not only was this a major moment in Suits and a turning point for Rachel and Mike's relationship, but also, the acting in this scene is simply phenomenal. The argument between Rachel and Mike leading up to Mike's confession was entirely believable, and Rachel smacking Mike across the face came as a major shock. Notably, this episode also involves the steamy scene between Rachel and Mike in the filing room, which continues to be discussed as one of the standout moments in Suits to this day. 8. To Trouble. Mike in prison in Suits standing with his roommate and an officer. After being arrested and charged, Mike arrives in prison only to quickly realize that he is in terrible danger. In the very same prison to which Mike was sent, Frank Gallo, a man whom Harvey had helped lock away, had the run of the place, and he had every intention of taking out his hatred for Harvey out on Mike. Part of what made this episode so brilliant was the plot twist that Frank wasn't really Mike's friendly cellmate, but rather was a dangerous, violent criminal who had it out for him. Additionally, Season 6, Episode 1, To Trouble, is among the best in Suits because it reveals the fallout the rest of the firm experienced after Mike was charged. 7. Faith. Mike getting arrested in Suits. Although there were plenty of Suits episodes that were light-hearted and funny, there was always an underlying anxiety, even in those episodes, that Mike could be found out and go to prison at any moment. That finally came to pass in Season 5, Episode 10, Faith. Brutally, Mike was actually on his way to collect his things from the office, leaving this job behind him, and that was when he was intercepted and arrested. Somehow, Suits managed to make this turn of events feel shocking, even as it had been anticipated since the very beginning of the show. In addition to this show being a masterpiece in and of itself, it also kicks off arguably the most interesting arc of the show, securing its spot as one of the best episodes in the show. 6. Intent. Donna talking to Harvey in Suits. Despite Suits' main cast comprising lawyers, paralegals, and others in the legal field, the characters get into an awful lot of legal trouble, and even Donna, Harvey's whip-smart and beloved secretary, is no exception. In Season 4, Episode 15, Intent, Donna is formally charged with intent to commit fraud, and she faces prison time as a result. Donna, like Harvey, has always seemed next to invincible, which alone made this episode stand out, as it revealed a brand new vulnerability in both Donna and Harvey. One of the most emotional moments of this episode comes when Harvey tells Donna that the thought of her going to prison makes him want to drop to his knees. This is therefore yet another episode that reveals how much Donna and Harvey really did love each other, several years before they ever admitted it, which only adds to the sense in which it is among the best episodes of Suits. 5. Hitting Home. Louis Lit lying injured in Suits. Harvey and Louis had a complicated relationship, to say the least, for most of Suits, but Season 5, Episode 7, Hitting Home, saw it at its lowest point. In the episode, Louis finally finds out that Harvey had struck up a relationship with Louis' sister, Esther, which Louis had explicitly asked him not to do. Louis is expectedly angry, but when he brings up Harvey's family, things become out of control. Harvey has consistently shown how sensitive and reactive he is when his own family is brought up, so he punches Louis in the face for his comments. When Louis tries to fight back, Harvey jarringly throws him into a glass table, shattering it. This moment of violence is absolutely shocking and even a bit horrifying, but it is also an incredible episode of television. The visible pain, emotionally and physically, Louis experiences, and Harvey's rage immediately followed by deep regret over what he has done, are both affecting every time one watches the episode. 4. This is Rome. Louis holding a key in Suits season for This is Rome. Several episodes of Suits consist of a major character finding out the truth about Mike, because that was such a major aspect of the show. However, no other character's reaction was quite so terrifying as Louis Litt's. Louis had grown increasingly fond of Mike over the years, but that didn't prevent his rage when he learned the truth. After Mike failed to recognize a key that Louis had been awarded from Harvard, something that Mike would also have received, had his story been true, Louis realized that Mike was actually a fraud. The first person Louis confronted about this lie was Donna, someone whom Louis had always cared deeply about. Yet, Louis, who had so often been goofy and even lovable, became absolutely terrifying and threatening, even screaming at Donna to sit down at one point. The acting in this scene alone makes it a standout, but the entire conclusion of this episode is easily one of the most compelling parts of the entire show.